Hi guys, hi all of you. Uh, Thank you for attending this session. And as you all know, my name is Rajeshwar Rayapati, and you can follow me on LinkedIn. Or this is my channel. Wait, let me open my channel. Yeah, this is my channel Rayapati, where you can find most of the stuff which is related to Tableau. And if you want, you can also join this Telegram. Okay, sorry, I think I didn't share my screen. Just a moment. Yeah. Okay, guys, is my screen visible to all? You can unmute. That is the point, right? You can unmute yourself. Okay, great. So, see, all, I'm Rajeshwar Rayapati, and this is my LinkedIn, where you can join, like you can add me on LinkedIn, or where I'll be providing a regular stuff on Tableau. And also I am this is my channel where you can find almost majority or somewhere around 70 videos on Tableau. Majorly it will be on like LODs. So these are the topics that I got today. This is the questionnaire that you filled, right? I got total 28 responses, and this is the sheet for today. So before going to start the session, I just want to tell you, me and my sister, we both will be conducting these sessions every month, once in a month. Because based on the response, we are even planning to start this fortnightly, like once in every 15 days, like twice a month. Unfortunately, she couldn't be present today. She has another work. But my friend Prasad, I think he's in the Prasad. If you are in the meeting, can you please ping? He's the guy who will solve server related doubts. I'm mostly into Tableau desktop, and he's the server guy. And he's working in HCL, and has a vast experience when it comes to server. Okay, that being said, any of you have anything to, before I start, if you have anything to start or discuss? See, Surya Prasad is seeing this. Surya Prasad, he is the guy who is the admin. Any server related issues? How host needs you? Just a moment. If that is from my end, let me check that. Allow participants to unmute themselves. Okay. Now check. I think I haven't checked that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Yeah, it's
working.
working now.
Okay. So one suggestion is don't try to maintain that, because as we are many people on the group, it will cause a disruption. Telegram group. Let me share you the Telegram group's link. This is the Telegram group's link. So I think I can share it to all. Sorry guys, I'm recently I didn't use Zoom for big meetings for a while, so I'm getting some issues. Okay, so yeah, that being said, anyone, like before starting, anyone has anything to share or something? And guys, thing is, what I'm going to do for the next meeting is, whatever this sheet is, right, it will be visible to all. So if you have any, see, it's not always that this platform is not like a lecture where I'll be telling you and you will be listening. No, not like that. If you have any scenario of these doubts, if you have any scenario that you can present, you can contact me a day earlier, and you can say, I know answer to this session, because even I don't know answer to everything. Neither you. So if you want to provide an answer to a scenario which you know, then you can always and always ping me via in WhatsApp or via Telegram group or anywhere. You can ping me. You can say, I'm taking this scenario, and I'll be presenting this scenario. You can do that. This sheet will be visible to everyone. So you can like only viewable, not editable, because again it will cause disruptions. I'll make this viewable to all so that you can also study the scenarios, come prepared with your solutions, and then I provide some solution, you have some solution, we can discuss on that also. And the second point being, I cannot discuss a topic because we have a very limited time, 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Like if you want to discuss one topic like total about joins or LODs, yeah, I can brief you something about LODs, but discussing a topic in total, no, that is not possible, because discussing anything on any topic, it at least take, discussing filters, it will take 4 to 5 hours. So we cannot discuss a topic. Okay. And my third request is, whoever has joined, please do add me on LinkedIn. Okay. And after you join, please send me a personal message with like you have attended this session, so that I can tag you on the recording when I put it on. Okay. So that the reach will be more, so that more people can join, more scenarios might come, and we'll get more knowledge. Okay. So that being said, this recording, I will be uploading this recording in my YouTube channel. So there you can view this recording, whatever the session what we are having. Okay. Okay, guys. That being said, let's start discussing the scenarios. Like first, this is by Mr. Shoshank. And one more thing, guys, whoever is putting these questions, please do be present in the meeting. That is because if you ask a scenario, we need some insights. Like this is a very general topic, right? This thing, multiple complex if conditions using LODs. This is a very big and generalized concept. Now, if you talk about if, you should talk about LOD. Rather than if you are present, you can tell us what is the difficulty that you have cleared. See, the fun of this session is you try whatever you can. Wherever you are stuck, that is where we can discuss. So whenever you are giving, I suggest you be present in the meeting so that we can take your inputs, so that it will be more fruitful. So multiple complex if conditions using LODs. See, LODs itself is a very vast concept. Multiple complex if conditions is one different set of concept. Now, can we fuse them and use it? Yeah, we can, because I have used in many of my videos also I've used, like in one of the like product A, product B. In the same order, if you to check if the same order is having product A or product B. That is one good example of using complex if conditions, which is included with LODs. So please refer to my YouTube videos. Majority, like at least 4 to 5 videos are there, which will talk about complex if conditions using LODs. Okay. And this is Ramakrishna. I want to know how to create table and fill the data in the tables. So Tableau doesn't, there is a write back option, but Tableau doesn't directly give us an option to create tables. Creating tables is not possible. See, Tableau, end of the day, it is a data visualization tool. It takes the input and it visualizes the data. And there are certain options where you can write back to the data, but creating a table and all those things are a bit complicated. And the write back, we have to, I still have to get into that. That part I haven't yet, what do you say, uh, I haven't yet started working on. So if anyone has an idea about this, they're free to talk about it. And Ramakrishna, if you want to share some details on that, you can. I think I mean, if you are present in the meeting. Yeah, I don't think he's there. Okay. So that being said, see, creating a table and all these scenarios are not directly given by Tableau. There are certain APIs which where you can write them, write back options are there. But that again needs a lot of infra, right? You need a database where you can have an access to write back, and all this I didn't get hands on, but I'll try to get a hands on and make a video on it as soon as possible. Okay, the third question is from Das Gupta. drill down region to state. In dashboard, if I am clicking some region, the drill down state should show in different window in the dashboard itself. Filter actions, right? Like what he is saying is region wise. If I have sales here, drill down, yeah. So then let me quit this Telegram. So now what he wants is I'm creating a new dashboard and also new sheet. And here it is state. I'm taking sales only, so because measures is not what. Let me write text. Now in the dashboard, I'm dragging sheet 4. Okay, let it be floating. And also sheet 5. Right? Now dashboard actions, add action, filter, sheet 4 to sheet 5, select, show all values. So I think you all have an idea about all of this. So like this is the source and this is the target and how you want to run your action. And when you clear your action, what should happen? Should leave the filter as it is, or should show all values, or should exclude all values? So this is understood. Generally, we should name it VGM. It's always a good habit to name them. It will be helpful a lot of times. So now when I click on south, we are getting east, and then unselect, we are getting. So I don't know if he's present or not, but I think this is what he's talking. Drill down from regions to state. If in the dashboard, if I'm clicking EMA some region, the drill down shade should show in different window in the dashboard itself. So if something is there, then in addition is there. That is why I say if you are present, it will be beneficial because we can discuss in detail. Okay, so Kishore is a volunteer. Okay, the thing is, I have a column named hospitals. I am using it to filter for all my worksheet and dashboard. In one of my worksheets, I want to use all the hospitals or select all in hospital filters and find the maximum or minimum price for the hospital. I am unable to do it. I would like to share. So Anjul Jain, is he present? Okay, see Anjul, I don't know, like I'm not able to get the actual scenario because you are saying I have a column named hospital. I'm using it to filter all my worksheets and dashboard. In one of my worksheet, I want all the hospitals or select all in the hospital filter and find. I'm not able to understand the crux of what you are asking here. So if possible, we can connect in the next session, or you can even ping me with your scenario in detail so that we can discuss on that. Okay, now can I track Tableau server backup to particular selected folder? So I think Prasad.
Yes, Rajeshwar.
Talk about it.
Yeah. Can I take the Tableau backup server in particular selected? Yes, we can do that by using command TSM commands. By using the TSM maintenance backup command file, we can do that.
So can you share any documentation regarding?
He is asking in particular folder, right? It will be created on log folder. After that, you can move it to whatever your folder you want.
Okay, so
if he is there, then Nagaraju,
yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Nagaraju, if you are there, I'll talk to you. If
see somewhere Rahul DS TSM maintenance backup F my, as you can see in the chat. Okay, guys, when you are sending the chat, send it to everyone. Rahul, please do resend that to everyone so that you are sending only direct to me. No one can.
Okay, yeah. I'll resend it.
Resend it to everyone. So Prasad, he's saying TSM maintenance backup and dash F my backup. So that is what. Let me do that.
Rajeshwar, I don't think there is an option to send to everyone. we are only able to send you.
Just a moment. Then again, that might be, sorry guys, regarding this. I am okay. Okay, everyone publicly. Now I think you will be able to. One
Yeah,
second.
I'll send it once again.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the command
Yeah.
to create a backup.
Yeah.
Right.
Prasad, is that the command?
Yeah, this is the command, and in my backup you can give that path whatever you want.
Okay, so I think Nagaraj's issue might have been resolved, but if you can uh, any other information, Prasad, other than this?
No, Rajesh, this is only the way we will get that backup, or else we will get the every week we'll get offline backup. We can schedule
So,
it.
is it that you can select a specific folder for backup? Hello?
Rahul?
No. Rahul or no, I'm Rajesh was speaking.
Yeah,
No,
Rajesh,
Prasad,
that's what I'm
my
saying.
point is, whenever we are taking backup, is it like here we haven't mentioned about any specific folder, right? It is like a general command, TSM maintenance backup and F my backup.
Right.
So if I want for only one selected folder.
That is not sure, but it will be created on log files. From log files, whatever the path you are selecting, you can drag it there, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you mean to say
it will be region. It will be created backup file on repository logs. Under the repository logs, we'll get from there we'll get that backup by asking in Winter team. We will share that path whatever they want.
Yeah. So you mean to say when I run this command, there will be a link that is generated which will be found in log files.
Right.
So when using that link, you can you can start getting your backup.
Yes, it's not link actually, it's a file, entire file. It will be generated.
A file's location is given there, which is already having the backup.
Right.
And of that backup, you can select your particular folder.
Right.
So you can is it possible to select that folder and discard the rest all backup? Can we do that? Like deleting the other backup and all? Is that possible? See, my point is someone like I have 4 folders. I decided to go for a backup. Now I have 4 folders backup. I want only one, right? That is what he asked. So 3 are extra for me. So they are occupying space. I don't want them to occupy space. Can I delete the remaining 3 backups?
We can override that older one if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, we can override.
Okay. So
in that way, every week we'll get a fresh backup, right?
But again, here one issue is you are saying you can override it. If I want only one folder for the current week and all the 3 previous folders should be of the previous week only. So how do we do that then?
Even though we can override, or we cannot be. I mean, we will maintain all the backups, whatever you want.
Okay.
But see, he is asking. Nagaraj is asking for. He want to select a particular folder to generate that backup directly. Okay. I'm not sure we can directly select that particular folder, but we can generate that whatever the file we generated on path log folder. Then we will copy that folder to somewhere else.
Okay.
But I'm not familiar with that particular folder selecting by generating that backup. I'm not sure. I'll check it and I'll get back to Nagaraj.
So can you update in the next meeting?
Sure. I'll do that.
Yeah. So Rahul, do you have anything to share? I think you also have knowledge on server.
Oh yeah, I have gained somewhat knowledge on server, and adding to this point, I would like to share a small screenshot of that command. So
Okay.
you will get the idea where it is stored by default.
How do we send a screenshot?
Please share.
Pardon?
Yeah, please share, Rahul.
Yeah, just a minute.
Okay. Okay, while Rahul does that, let us go to the next scenario that is asked. Like
Sure.
I have 2 date. Rahul, you can anytime stop me whenever you have it.
Yeah, sure.
I have two date columns from different tables. How can I make them one date filter? See, things like these are a bit complicated because when you are saying two different tables that are two different data sources, so that might raise a complication. And if you want to get the dates directly, see, Tableau end of the day works at a row level, and in one table you have certain dates for the rows, and it will pick unique dates of those rows. And you have another table, which maybe you have those dates. Now, when you want to show them in both combined in one, now you need to find a way to join these data sources. Blending is not possible because in blending, it will take only those dates that are present in the primary. Secondary, all those dates that are not present in primary are discarded. Relationships is not possible because every table is maintained at its own level of granularity. Or in some ways it is possible. Relationships may through it is some way possible, but I'm not 100% sure. Again, it is possible through joins, but whenever you are joining, you should always keep this in mind that your data duplication might happen. So whenever it is two different tables, it is a bit complicated. Now with the two different parameters, I think it is possible. Yeah, no issues. So two different tables, I think it is possible through parameter, but I'm not 100% sure. So what I mean is, like, let me add one more data source. Again, supposed to run. Now let's check if that is possible. Like date, order date, right? On this, I'm trying to create a parameter. Okay. No, Rahul. Okay, I think you need to share your screen. Just give me a couple of minutes. Let me complete this. Let me try this out. We get it fine. Otherwise, I'll let you share this.
Okay.
Yeah. So this I can. No, we can only use fields, but not. Okay, let me. I don't find a direct way of adding two dates here. Because again, here, if I add from order date, then again on second data source, if I'm going to ship date, and I'm here creating a parameter. Now this is possible. We can add values, but these values are missing, they are not present. No, I'm not finding any direct way. If anyone has anything to share, they can. If anyone has any other way. Okay, next time, as I always, as I said earlier, I'll share this Excel also spreadsheet so that you can come prepared. Yeah, Sharat Kumar, you can speak.
Actually, I'm having yes. Actually, I'm having a doubt on the same thing in the joining condition. Whether in the data source itself we can join that data in the joining will be done there right there. Me to say, can you please open the Tableau desktop which you are opening? This one open. Data source.
Okay.
There we can drag those two tables and the joining condition by using the inner join, right?
Yeah. See,
and one.
Yeah. Tell me.
Tell me.
You can go ahead, Sharat.
And we can just make a join over there and keeping on inner join. The inner join which will perform only on distinct values, right? Not the other than, right?
So you mean to say you are talking about the same parameter, the solution you are talking? See, when you first thing is it is possible through join, that is, and it is possible through join not through inner join but through full outer join. That is because if you are using inner join, only common things will come, and that is similar to blending, right? Now he wants, whenever he's asking like he wants how can I make them into one date filter? He's saying two date fields. One is having certain dates and the other is having certain dates. There might be some common dates, some uncommon dates. Now the issue is about uncommon dates, right? Otherwise, filtering that is not an issue. Now for that, if you go and do a join, yeah, it is possible, because when you do a full outer join, you can, wherever the dates are not there in one field, you will get null, and the other ways also you will get null. That is also there. And yes, one more possibility I just got, but again it differs. If the two table structure is same, right? If the two table structure is same, then he can go for a union.
Union, yes.
You can, when he uses the union, then both the date fields will combine, and then he can get it. Or else, if he don't want to use it, then one other way that I can find is, like what we discussed, creating a join and creating a calculation, like if one is null, replace it with the other date. You got that point, right?
Yes.
Like my point is analysis, create calculated field here. Like if null of, right, order date, if order date is null, then fill it with ship date. I'm just taking two dates. Like this order date is filled from one data source. And this ship date is from another data source. He joined that. So what happens, whatever the common, whichever are not common, this order date will have nulls there, right? Is it clear what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. So now he can do this and he can create a column, and on this column, he can create a parameter. Now the advantage which parameter is, it is not dependent on the data source. So he can have one other data source, which is a join of those two tables.
So then this option will be much easier than the rest of the options, right?
This is
creating another column.
Just now I got that.
By making that column into a rows or columns by making on distinct D.
No, not that. You need not work on distinct. My simple solution is, he has two tables, right? So he has certain data source on which he want to work. That is separate. That suppose that is this one. Uske niche, below that, he will create one more data source, which is a join of both tables. Now what happens is, in these tables, when he does a join, when he does a full outer join, when whatever the dates that are present in first table and not present in the second table, in the second table you will get nulls.
Yes.
The same way, the dates that are present in second table that are not present in the first table, you will get nulls. So he can create a new calculated field, like if null, the same that I wrote just now. If null of, yeah, if null of, let me write it clearly here. First date field, I'm not using any. First data source date field. Date field, comma, second data source date field. Now what will happen? You will get all the dates, whatever missing in one, the other will come and fill that part. Right? Now what I'm saying is, now he has two data sources, right? This is the one he is actually want to work, and this is the one he want, this one is used to create that parameter, which will include dates from both the tables. Now in this table, you will be having some, suppose this is the calculated, on this you can always create parameter. Now when you create parameter on that, all the dates will be taken into consideration. Right?
Okay. Yes, yes.
So I think that will be a viable solution, but only drawback is he should always have the secondary data source. Sometimes it might lead to performance issues, but end of the day, certain sacrifices are need to be made to get the functionality that we want. And again, it's a trade-off. If you want this, you need to lose that, right? Yeah. So I think Santosh Kumar, that
Rajesh,
yeah,
Rajesh,
yeah.
can we go with Rahul's request?
Yeah. Sorry. Wait, let me stop share.
Yeah, Rahul, I can see you that screenshot.
Yes.
As I said that
Yes.
it is only that when we are creating the backup, it will be storing in log repository log folder only, right?
Yes.
Instead
Yes.
of if you want to
Rahul,
take the backup, you can
Rahul,
use other
Prasad,
technology. Yeah.
just a moment. I made Rahul co-host. He can present his screen.
No, he's not sharing anything, man. He shared
Yeah,
this
I have
screenshot.
shared the screenshot in the chat box.
He already shared the screenshot.
Okay. I didn't see that. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Rahul.
Yes.
Instead of creating that repository, backup file, you can
Hmm.
use snapshot technology by using.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you heard that about that?
A snapshot like without writing any commands, right? Directly from the
Yeah,
UI.
we can create a command. I'll share the command if you want. By using
Yes.
snapshot technology, we will create a backup file in network area, network folder.
Okay. Okay.
After that, we can take that network folder from directly from network
Mhm.
folder, and we'll use it as a restore folder.
Okay.
I'll share the
Okay.
backup folder command.
Yes,
Just
The screen
please.
share is on the visible now, right, guys? Right now.
I'm just
That screenshot is visible.
Yes.
yeah. That is, I already saw that. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
So that my backup is actually the whatever name you can give to it.
Right.
Okay. So this is about whatever we give in my backup place on that name.
Yes.
This will be created.
Yes. Yes.
See, Rahul, I shared one comment with you. By using
Yeah.
this command, you can use the snapshot technology to create a backup. If you want to create a backup fully, I'll give another one.
Okay.
Just try this
Prasad,
one.
send it to
Just try
everyone.
this one. It will
Prasad,
work. If it's not working, then let me know and I will see the other way.
Yes. Yes. Sure. I'll try this.
send it to everyone. You are sending only directly to Rahul or me. It's directly to me. You can
Okay.
change that option to
Okay.
beside two. Can you resend that again so that
Yeah. I did. Oh, sorry. Prepare.
Okay, so yeah, I think that is thing is done. So next is Sundar. I have a parameter with many dates. I have a name called custom date. I also have start and end date as parameter. I have placed this parameter in the top of my report as filter. If I select custom date, then my from date and to date parameter has to appear on the screen. If I select other parameters like week, this thing even I'm trying to solve for a while. The issue is parameters, the like hiding parameters is one problem which I am trying to solve, but I'm not able to. One suggestion that I got, I'm not successful, but one suggestion what I got is based on hiding it behind another sheet in the dashboard. But I was not successful getting that. Hiding parameters, one big issue. That is the reason being filters are whatever filters you take, they are confined to that sheet, right? Unless until you share it among the even if you share it, the filters are confined to that sheet. You can hide and show based on whatever your requirement is, that filter. But parameters are independent of that data sources. They are specific to the workbook. So when they are specific to the workbook, it is not, there is no direct way of actually hiding that. So that is one big hurdle that I'm facing right now. As soon as I get one update on that, I'll definitely okay, yes, I'll definitely work on that, and I'll definitely let you guys know. Okay, so coming to the part of the next thing, as like this is Tamil Kumaran. Hey Tamil, I think you are present in the meeting, right? I saw you.
Yeah. Yes, Rajesh.
As per my business requirement, I need to create table structured chat. Like, okay, table, okay.
Yeah. So I
One
have sent you
dimension on
the.
the row shelf and one dimension on the column shelf, and I need one measure next to first column field and one measure next to the row field. Okay, so the image that you have attached, let me open my Telegram. Yeah, so this is the image, right?
Yeah, correct. So,
Okay, so what is the issue here?
so here first we are showing the rolling 3 months. So that is the first thing. And next to it, we are showing the brands. Like so the brand in the sense means the DT1 and 1 DAO is the parameter. So we can change it any brand automatically. And based
Okay.
on that, the share graph is the measure column which I shared. So we need to bring that share column after the this dimension field. So that only I am facing the issue.
So this one, this is the share. This, like, can't this be done in different sheets?
No, not that one share. The what after 1 DAO column. Yeah, share
Yeah,
gap. Yeah, that.
but something is not visible there.
Yeah, actually it's hidden from the client side. So just it's a
Okay,
sample
so
image.
what is the share gap?
So share gap is a measure field of like a DT1 minus 1 DAO. So based on the
I,
value, it will. Yeah.
I think you can do that, right? Because if I'm not wrong, you can associate based on these parameters, you can associate what if, like, if I selected DACP, then DACP column. You're getting my point, right?
Yeah, correct.
So if you can do direct, like, if I'm not wrong, let me see. Like, let me create a parameter. Like, I'm trying
Sure.
on what my understanding is. Let me know if I'm wrong.
Sure.
Yeah, here. Segment. Okay. Now let me write a calculator. Para1 is equal to segment, then segment. Else if para1 is equal to category, then okay, so as I told, as I like, this is one first parameter that you is using. This is this calculation, and I'll write the same calculation for second parameter. Now what I'll do is, based on these, I will try to use these two in this whatever this thing that you're using here. So whenever you select DACP, the first column will be DACP minus whatever what I select, you select in the second column. If I select DT1, it will be the DT1 column. You got my point, or did I confuse you?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Actually, I got that point. So after doing this calculation, right, it show me like how to put it in the table. So table section. Yeah.
If you want to put this in the table, if you cannot directly put it, see, I think it's not possible to put it directly. But if you cannot directly put it, then you can always you append a sheet, right?
Okay, so doing the same thing in the second sheet
Yeah,
and
same, use the same
dashboard
figures.
you are
Yeah,
commenting.
yeah. On the dashboard, you can append the sheet so that they both look the same. See, that we regularly do, because sometimes when you use these table calculations, the grand total doesn't perform accurately, right?
Yeah, correct.
So then we append a sheet on dashboard. It doesn't even look like you have appended that.
You
Okay,
can
see,
bring it
that is one simple solution. I don't say there is no other solution which can give you a much, like in the same sheet. There might be a possibility, but why complicate scenarios when there is an easy way to do it?
Sure. Yeah.
Because end of the day, client will be asking a dashboard, right? Not a view.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Okay, so next is, what is the difference between, hi Navina, yeah, what is the difference between relationships and joins? How do the results vary when they're joined in the data sources? So see, when we are talking about relationships and joins, now you need to think about the database structure. Now that is why I say after relationships have joined, like introduced in Tableau, it is mandatory that we all should learn SQL first and then come into Tableau. I'll tell you the reason why. Now, when it is join, you are bringing two tables, joining them, making a flat table and leaving it like on that you are using. And if you want certain granularities, we are using LODs, right? We are doing all this. Now with the relationships, now it is actually like many of us have used SQL Plus, right? In SQL Plus, you'll have one table from clause main, you'll have one table, and then you'll write a subquery or something other table from another table, and we'll join that for that requirement, and then you implement it. The same thing is with relationships in Tableau. What does in Tableau, when it is relationships, what Tableau does is it will maintain one table at one granularity, its own granularity, the second table at its own granularity. Like in your database, EMP table is maintained at its own granularity, DEBT table is maintained at its own granularity. Now when you join these tables, you heard this time, right? SGA, System Global Area or something. That is where all these temporary tables, everything in Oracle are present. So the table from your one EMP table is taken and brought to the memory, and the table from EMP is taken and brought to the memory. And here, whenever you use a subquery or something, when you use a join condition or subquery, they are joined at the level of SQL Plus, not at the data source level. Data source level, they are individual tables. So the same way relationships work. Tableau will store both these tables at their initial level of granularity only. And as and when the view level, in the view level, whatever you are dragging, based on that, it will create the joins. Is it full outer join, left outer and right outer join, or inner join? Now, how do Tableau know whether it is a full outer, left outer, or right outer? Now, what Tableau says is, see, I can not 100% give you a confidence on that, because I didn't get to work more on relationships, but to my understanding, what I can tell you is, when you drag only dimensions, that is an inner join. When you drag a measure from any of the tables, if you drag a measure from the left side table, then it is left join. And if you bring a measure from right table, then it is a right join. If you bring measures from both the tables, then it is full outer join. Okay, so that is about relationships. And the beautiful part is, relationships is a blend of both joinings and joins and blending. It does the joining part, and also like blending, view level only. Every relation that you define is at the view level. You have all the capabilities to change everything at the view level. Okay. We'll discuss it in the last. Let's complete these. So Navina, did I answer your question, or do you want me to give me anything more?
Yeah, I understood. Thank
Okay.
you.
Great. Dhanraj, what is in detail? It's not easier in these sessions. If I could start talking about that, it will take a lot of time. Okay. LOD. See, majority of all the LODs that I've implementation part of that I've already put in my channel. I'll try to add more content as and when I get this more scenarios. But yeah, That is one thing I cannot discuss in these sessions, or to be clear, I can't discuss deep into that. If you're talking LODs, if you want me to give a gist about LODs are like inline views in Tableau. Sorry, inline views in say SQL. So when you're using subqueries or inline views in Tableau, why do we use them? We use them because we need to define granularity. So whenever you want to define granularity in SQL, you use subqueries or inline views. So in Tableau also, whenever you want to define granularity, you use LODs. But are LODs confined to only that? No, there are various other implementations of LODs. But the major idea in bringing LODs into this Tableau is that to provide a different level of granularity. So what does it happen when you create an LOD? Now, when you use an LOD like here, fixed, let me take customer name. This is a very general example I'm taking, min of order. So now what happens is, now generally every customer is associated with a number of dates. Like, let me drag the customer and let me drag the order date. Drag it here, I'll convert it into exact date. And discrete. So here every customer is having different dates. Now when I click on now when I drag this, again I'm doing the same, I'll convert it into exact date. Now when I drag this here, you can see the same date all through. For one customer, you are seeing the minimum date. Now here, aren't we defining the granularity? So that is the use of LODs. Okay. Okay, then we'll go to the next. I'll come to these doubts later. I have been working in business intelligence on the past 2 years, working on tools. Yeah, for Jaspersoft, I'm learning Tableau by myself and would like to know what projects and all I must do so that I can represent myself as a Tableau. Any on the tips? See, whenever you are trying to learn Tableau, I think you have worked on Cognos, so I think you have a Prasad Panda. You have already have a good understanding about SQL. But anyone who is trying to start their career in Tableau, I strongly suggest they learn SQL as deep as possible, especially till subqueries, because till subqueries it will cover your data types, it will cover your functions, it will cover your logical operators, it will cover your joins and also subqueries, which are very much needed in Tableau. And also I suggest you work on analytical functions like rank functions, all these analytical functions in Tableau, sorry, in SQL, so that if you understand what is happening in analytical functions in SQL, it will be dead easy for you to learn what is happening in table calculations. I can play with table calculations, because the only reason behind that is I am able to, I'm able to understand what is happening in the background. That is why it is helping. But how did I understand what is happening in the background? I understood what is happening in analytical SQL. How did I get my like this implementation capability on LODs? I understood subqueries a lot. So to tell you guys the importance of SQL, I spent 2 years of my time, literally 8 to 10 hours a day for 2 years just to learn SQL. So that is the importance of SQL, because see, Tableau is a tool. It might die at any time. Like tomorrow there is one new tool, something like Power BI. which is already eating into the share of Tableau. Like another tool or 2 or 3 tools come, then its share might come down and the jobs also might come down. But if you learn SQL and you know the correlation between them, tomorrow it can replace that with a tool. If it is Power BI, you can go for Power BI. If it is some other tool, you can go for some other tool. Okay. And then after completing SQL, what I suggest is take time and read Tableau documentation. I know it is lengthy. I've read that. I'll only tell you when I've done that. I've read that Tableau documentation. I can clearly in some topics I can clearly state you what Tableau documentation says. And when you read a documentation, I have certain scenarios which are not even mentioned in Tableau documentation. That is because when you read documentation, your understanding will be to the fullest level, and then you can think out of the box. So for that, you need to understand limitations. Once you understand limitations, you can think out of the box. But to understand limitations, you need to read the documentation as much as possible. I created somewhere around 3,000 to 4,000 slides on Tableau, reading the documentation. Don't ask me, I'm not going to share that. Okay. Yeah. Any background you can come and look, you can change. So Sabrish, but see, you need to give that time to that. You cannot rush in. I've seen many people who want to learn Tableau in 1 month or 45 days. Don't go to their guys. Don't even go to those people who will teach you Tableau in 1 month or 45 days. Doesn't happen. They can only introduce you to Tableau. They cannot tell you how to work on Tableau. That is one misconception that I'm facing, because I interviewed around 20 to 30 people in the last 1.5 months. I cleared only one. You understand the scenario and the seriousness in the market. Okay. How to explain project? Now, see, whenever you are having in your resume, I face this question: how do I explain my topic to the whenever they ask? See, whenever you are talking about your project, they are not interested in what project you did. They are interested in how you did it. So whenever you are talking about a project, associate it with scenarios. No, it's not mandatory that that scenario should be yours only. You have my channel. There are many other channels on Tableau. You can go to YouTube and you can find n number of channels. So from those channels, pick scenarios, pick complicated scenarios. I myself have put n number of complicated scenarios. Pick from them. Customize it yourself. Like now, whenever you are talking about your project, don't again talk in terms of Superstore. You need to talk in terms of your project. Some hospital related came. Then when it is hospital related, get some information about hospitals, how their data is maintained, what columns are used, and based on that columns, correlate them with Superstore, and then correlate them with the issues that I've discussed using Superstore. Then you should have at least 4 to 5 scenarios. Then when you are talking about your project, it is not only about project, it is about what did you do in your project. So then you can say, I'm working on hospitality project. We have given certain visualizations. When we are doing certain visualizations, these are the scenarios that we have faced. So that is what interests the client. It's not about, I worked with Pepsi on, or I worked with Apple on some project. They're not interested in the project. They're interested in what you have done in the project. So focus on what you have done in your project. And also what I suggest is, whatever you know, let it be a small thing or a big thing. Let it be a visualization or a view, a dashboard or something. Make it, publish it in Tableau Public, and put the Tableau Public link in your resume. And trust me, guys, that will help you a lot. That is because in this age, majority of the recruiters are looking at Tableau Public profile, because they will know about you even before they interview you. Your digital presence is there, and with that, they will understand your capabilities even before reaching you. That will help to come. They'll come to you with a predefined mindset that, okay, these guys knows these. So I can either go deep into that, or I can discuss about this topic, or majority of my interviews are discussions, guys, because they already see my capability on my channel. They come to me and we discuss the scenarios. That's not like they putting me questions, I'm answering. It's more like a discussion. So try to do all these things: SQL, Tableau documentation, and then whatever scenarios you know, or whatever I have done, recreate them and post it in your Tableau public. But recreating is more important. Do it on your own. Don't do a copy pasting. Recreate on your own, so that you will get more knowledge on that. Okay, बहुत भाषण हो गया आज. Okay. See, the tip to crack client interview is to have subject. I don't have any shortcuts, because that is how I crack. Okay, I can tell you how to prepare in a way that you will not fail in Tableau. But don't work for the mere interview. Work for, see, Tableau. If I'm working on Tableau for the past 6 years, I'm planning to work on Tableau for the next 5 to 6. As long as Tableau is alive, I'll be working on Tableau. So that is the scope I'm looking at. If you want to work so many years, why spend so short time? Spend as much as possible. Learn as much as possible. Still, I spend around 12 to 14 hours on Tableau every day. Unlike I do my job, I do other things also. Only on Tableau. Okay, so get to that dedication. Okay.
Rayapati, sorry for that thing. For a client interview, can you share? I'm going through client interviews. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
So can you share what are the things we have to focus on? Which areas we have to focus on that one for preparing a client interview?
I don't know, because see, my interviews, one interview doesn't overlap with the other, right?
Yeah.
They're totally independent. I don't know. I like, to be frank, see, client interviews are not that, what do you say?
Rajesh, can I say something?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I missed your name actually.
Yeah, Hari.
Hari. When it comes to your client interview, it's totally depends upon client requirement, what he is expecting. Even what they don't care about it. What he's expecting is what he needs. That's it. That is the problem. What is nothing matter. What he needed, that is the matter. So every client is different, right? We can't say that this client is in this way and that client is in that way. We can't say that. We can't segregate them, right? So it depends upon it depends upon their requirement and their responsibilities, what they're looking for. Even company also, they don't care about what you learn. They're looking only for what they need. That's it. So for that we need to mold ourselves as their requirement.
Yeah, but client cannot reveal the requirements, right? But I attended 2 interviews. In the first interview, I covered 80% of the things, but I don't know where it is missed. So that's why I don't know their requirement, what exactly their client. So that's why how can I know, according to my knowledge, how can I do that check?
So which client? May I know that?
If it is normal interview, there are some theoretical questions. It is healthcare domain.
Healthcare domain only, right? See, when it comes to healthcare domain, they are looking for they are looking for are you able to manage that? Samples collection and samples collection analysis and everything, because in healthcare domain most of the people will look into the higher level management, not lower level management. Okay, they are only supposed to say they're into some process, like they're testing some cases and they're showing that analysis to higher management, not lower management. In that case, they're expecting very high level. Okay, for that we need to prepare for that. So see, this is not a small question as you think. It's a big question. Like every client is in different manner. So if you have time, we can call to Rajesh or me, or we will try to help you out, man.
Yeah, definitely, please.
Yeah.
Can you
Rajesh,
share your mail ID or anything? So that
yeah, you can ping him, and you can have a number or something like that. Then we will have a discussion, because
Right.
it's so many people are waiting for remaining questions.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. And
Thank you.
even we are very short on time. It's only
Right. That's what I'm
Yes.
trying to say. Yeah. Yeah. Rajesh, carry on.
So that Raghavendra Rao, I want to know how to create previous 4 quarters and current quarter dynamically. I don't know what he is saying, but one thing is like very stable.
Hi, Rayapati.
Yeah, true.
Raghavan.
Raghavendra, you present here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you give me more specific?
Actually, they have like 2 years, like 2 years quarters. So what they're telling is they always want to see current quarter. Whenever it is changing, they want to see current quarter. And last 4 quarters, they want to see like 5 quarters totally. So whenever quarter is changing, that quarter should be like current quarter. It should be.
Yeah, then
And
you
new
can
quarter is adding.
using date today, right? Like no, like date diff of quarter. Did I spell it right here? Quarter, comma, order date, and the date might not be right. Okay, order date, comma, today. Right. I'll just give you logic. The value representation will not be same because order date it is 2020 only. Okay, now if I say it is less than or equal to 4, now what I'm saying is current quarter plus
4
previous
quarters. Yeah, previous 4 quarters.
will that solve your issue?
Correct. Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I have null values also, how I can include null values here? Current plus last 4 quarters plus null.
Null means you're going on date, right?
Yeah.
Oh, if there is a date, null in date, we cannot, right?
In quarter itself, I have null values. It is specifically showing
You
null.
have null values for other dimensions, right? Not for the date dimension.
Okay.
Now, see, point is, if there is a null value in the order date column itself, that cannot be included in the quarter because Tableau doesn't know in which quarter it falls, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Secondly, if it is in another dimension, yeah, that will be present because you are filtering only on order date column, right? Other columns में जो भी nulls है, they'll be present. They'll not be removed unless you specifically go there and remove those nulls.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Got it. Yeah.
My dashboard, I have multiple filters with a combination and it is easy to apply. See, this thing is Mr. Kadam present.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey Kadam, yeah, this today morning when I saw this, the person that I could reach out is Mr. Vishal Kadam, right?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I forgot that. I am used to call you Kadam, right? So that is how I remember you. Sorry for that, but yeah, he is the guy who gave me the solution to this, and yeah, the credit goes to him because he gave me that solution. He gave me the idea, and we immediately cracked it. Now this dashboard one is a solution for that. Now what he suggested is we do it through action filters. Now sheet 1 here, whatever we are having, and this is sheet 2 and this is sheet 3. Okay, so whatever filters I want, I have all those filters in sheet 1 only. On sheet 2 and sheet 3 I don't have. Okay, sorry, I didn't discuss the scenario in detail, right? Yeah. So what he says is, Mr. Narendra, what he says is,
Right, but I'm here. Yeah.
okay, great. I'll give you a solution, and if you have any add-ons to that, you can always tell me. Okay?
Yeah. Just clear. I will clear the question if you understand correctly.
Yeah, एक पे apply, like what you are saying is, if I click apply button, like if I select this filter is not there. I didn't apply that on this filter. Let me remove this. Now these two, when I say and click on apply, it should get applied on the other sheets, right?
See, I think the question. My question is, so if we have all dimension filters, okay, the apply button is visible. Okay. So
Okay.
now I have filters around, let's say I have 10 filters. Couple of filters are parameter filters and other are dimension filters. It's a combination of parameter and dimension.
Parameter. Okay.
It's,
So you are saying
let's say I have a let's say I've created two parameters with custom values. Let's say I created a parameter with current year, previous year, current month, and previous month. Okay. So I made it as a filter for selection. Then I have region filter, category filter. Now let's say I assume these three filters. Now in this case, so I need to give flexibility to user. After selecting the filter, I mean all the three filters, then I have to give apply button.
Okay.
So direct, okay, if it is all dimension fields with filters, obviously it's feasible.
Yes, yeah, the other is also, I don't have a ready-made solution for that, but one way, one hint to that is you can use parameter actions, right?
If it is only parameters are available as a filters, then parameter action will work.
Pardon?
So if I use only parameters as a filters, okay, let's say I have 5 parameters as a filters. All the filters are available in the dashboard or from parameters, then okay, parameter action will work. So now in my case, so I have couple of filters as parameters, then 3 are from a dimension, let's say region or category.
Okay,
in combination of that, so I just have a doubt. So
let's try one thing then.
On
category, I am creating a parameter. Okay.
Yeah.
In this, let me open subcategory and okay. Now what I am doing is I am creating a calculated field, and here I am saying subcategory parameter. Okay.
Yeah.
Name it as subcat parameter. And okay. Now this subcat para I am dragging it to the filter. Okay. I am using use all.
Okay.
Okay. Now here in the dashboard, I am going to actions, and in this add it, I am adding that parameter. Okay. And let me click on OK. Now using parameter, I'm getting this subcategory parameter. Here I'm getting this. Now I'm changing this to places. Right? This is not getting affected. Let me click on apply. Okay. Again. I think this can be a way, but I'm not able to. Okay, wait. Yes. It's just not coming. Okay, I'll work on this. See, my one thing that came to my mind is you are saying you want parameter also to be applied based on action. So why not make parameter a filter? So that is what I did here.
So parameter as a, see you are showing parameter as a filter, right? You're showing it as a filter, right? See, in my dashboard also, I'm using 2 parameters as a filters. So I'm saying, right, I have, let's say for example, I have open date and resolve date. Both
Okay.
are parameters I created. So open date contains the current year, current month, previous year, previous month. That options I have the static values. Okay.
Okay.
And the result date also same. I have static values.
Mhm.
Now after that, I have two dimension filters like region and category.
Okay.
So right now, if you want to give option apply button, so since it's a combination of filter parameter filters and the dimension filters, right? It
Yeah.
doesn't work for me. So if you have only parameters, let's say four filters are from parameters, then parameter actions worked. Okay. So if it's a combination, so it didn't work for me. So that's
Okay.
why
Let me do one. I don't have an immediate, like I prepared for a solution like what I discussed with Kadam, and I prepared a solution.
I just thought of to post you to take your thoughts. Already conveyed right that it's not feasible in Tableau with the combination of both parameters and dimension filters. I need to work it out.
Tableau has this majority of the times what I feel is nothing is impossible in Tableau if you find the right way to do it. So let me dwell into it. Let me check on it. If I get a proper solution for it, I'll definitely share. Else, always we are fixed that it is not going to come. Right? It's not possible, right? So we'll take that thing that it is not possible, but eventually when it is possible, I'll definitely share it with you guys. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
So I already have created one table from data source, and you have to recreate table from another. I'm not able to get what you are saying. Recreation of table. Recreation of table, you can copy from one dashboard to another all the time. That is there. Like you can copy it from one dashboard to another, and you can replace data source. That flexibility is there, but I don't know. I'm not clear about what you are asking. Okay, next is Rahul Gupta. I have a tabular report when I download data to CSV and Excel, how to get the information about all selected filters. So I think Prasad and Rahul, you both can talk about this.
I have a Tableau report when I download the data to CSV and how to get the information about all selected filters. See, when you export the data, whole data filters won't be possible, Rahul. That's what you're asking, right? When you export the data, you want to know what filters you have been applied, right?
He is not present, I think. So yeah, take that assumption if he wants to know what this.
I think that is the condition he's asking. I'll check with we'll check with Rahul what he's asking, and we'll get back to Rahul. Rajesh.
Okay, great. Then Rahul, can you please ping me or Prasad, right?
Yeah.
Prasad, and we can take it further, whatever is requirement. Okay. Next is there any extension to download data from multiple tabs in one go? Again, Prasad.
Any extension to download? Same Rahul only, right?
Rahul only, yeah.
Yeah. We'll check with Rahul on this, actually. What is asking?
Rahul, we'll discuss it in the next session. Be present in the next session.
Yes.
Give us the inputs that however you want, so
right.
that we can discuss in detail.
Sure. And I think next one also, security implementation Tableau. Yeah, Ravi. If you are asking security implementation on dashboard side or data server side, please let me know.
Yeah, because security implementation is a vast concept. Security implementations can be done via user level, group level, or there is one more concept called entitlement table, where you'll have a table in your data source, which is only talking about entitlement. You'll join with your actual data source, which you are using in your Tableau desktop, and then you'll implement it. So there are many levels of security implementations, and so we cannot talk in a broader concept. So if wherever you are facing an issue, if you can tell us, we can dwell more on that.
Yes.
Okay.
Vamsi.
Based on two dates, how we define new data? I'm not sure what is this.
Hi.
Yeah, Vamshi, you're present?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, Vamshi.
Can you go back to your desktop once? I will tell you my requirement.
Okay.
Can you pull the customer name column?
Yeah.
Then order date and ship date.
Let me do it. Exact date or normal?
Exact date.
Just a minute. Order date. I'm pulling that first into the columns because again, rendering issues, it will take a lot of time.
Yeah.
If you do that, this is a tip, guys. Whenever you are using the exact date, use it in another column where there are no other dimensions because it will save you rendering time. Okay.
Yeah. Here, my scenario is, for example, customer one, he ordered one product. He ordered one product on 18th to first record. 2nd of February 18th, he ordered one product. It was shipped on 24th.
Okay.
Here, my scenario is, for example, in a order date, let's say third week of third week of the month, he ordered only one. Similarly, entire week, how many orders was there for this customer?
Okay.
That count I have to count it in one column, and another count is ship date. Let's say if I placed order today, today evening itself my order has delivered to me. So I have to count these uh, two orders. Sorry. Yeah, two cases. One is order date, another is shipped date. Based on these two, I have to subtract the data. Let's say for this customer, he ordered in a week 5 orders he placed.
Okay.
Out of 5, only 3 has delivered to this week. Remaining went to another week.
Okay.
Now I have to define a date column which will give the entire week's information, calendar weeks. In that week, in that specific week, how many orders has placed, how many are shipped, that information I need to calculate.
Okay. Now, yeah, it's a big thing. But now in the new view, you will be having only week information.
Yes, that should be the calendar weeks.
Okay. So one thing that I understood is, first thing, you need to get all those things that are delivered within this week, given week, right?
Yeah.
Now on order date, I might not give you full solution, but I'll point you in that way, because now here, if you see, here I have week numbers. Okay. Now I'm taking date value. Date part will give you discrete of them, and date value will give you continuous ones. Now when I drag this here, I'll make it discrete. Sorry, make it discrete. Now I'll have every weeks. This is the start of the week, right?
Yeah, got it.
Now you are saying I'm talking about orders, right?
Yes.
Order ID. Where is this order ID? Let me search for it. I'm bringing order ID here. I'm making it as distinct, and I'm dragging it to the limits. Now you are getting every order that is placed. Let me drag customer name. You need not have customer name here, right?
Not required. Not required.
So the same way you can do it for the ship date.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can get the number of customers, then you can show it, right?
Yeah,
Does
exactly.
it solve your issue?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
But the referencing date would be the challenging part for me.
I didn't get you. Referencing date means?
Like, see, in this order date, January 1st, he placed 7 orders. Okay, so shipped date, based on the shipped 1st January date, he shipped only 3.
Okay.
Remaining 4 becomes another week.
Okay.
In this scenario, how will you take the common week between the order days and shipping weeks. That will be the.
Now for that, if I'm not wrong. Okay, it's taking 14. Why am I getting? So you got what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to get the difference between diff between order date and ship date.
Yeah.
Now yes. Now on first, his total 2 orders were delivered.
Okay. Initially, we saw 7 orders was placed in the 1st January.
Yeah, of that, on 14th week, 5 are delivered, and on the same weeks, 2 are delivered.
Exactly. Now I have to subtract these orders based on the order date and how many orders has came. That value minus shipped orders.
Okay, you are
Count.
meant to say on January 1st how many orders you got. Okay, we'll do one thing. Here we'll not be having time to solve such complicated scenarios. So we will work. You can ping me. We can work on this and we can try to get a solution. Okay.
Sure.
So okay, Hari, it's better if you ping that message to that person. You said, okay. Yeah, Durga Prasad. Working on real-time flat files where the data is extracted without how to resolve the best. Guys, can you please mute your please? Yeah. So working on real-time flat files where the data is an extract without proper. See, whenever it is not a proper structure, you can take help of the ETL tools. Or if it is a flat file, you have what do you call this? I forgot this thing, right? Data interpreter. Data interpreter. Yeah. You can take the help of data interpreter and then you can clean it. If it is not possible by data interpreter, you can use Tableau prep or Alteryx or any other ETL tool. You can clean the data and then you can start working. And Sharath, as I told you, LOD is discussing the topic of LODs. LODs is an ocean, so we cannot. A simple thing, LODs is similar to subqueries. You can start working on that. I can help you on a scenario level, but total as a concept, it's going to explode. It's going to take a lot of time. After creating a dashboard, how to check it perfectly working or not by test cases. We do stress testing. There's a testing team where they do it at different levels and they cross verify the data from the database. Like they'll create a pivot table from like into Excel. They'll dump the data into an Excel from the database. They'll create a pivot table on that, and here also they'll use different filters, right? They'll use different options and then they cross check the data. That is the way I know. If there is any automated testing way, I'm not sure. If anyone has that, then you can actually focus on that. Share that with us. Okay, Jayant is talking about the need to use LODs. Using LODs increase. See, when we need to use LODs, one simple flat line. Whenever you want to define granularity, you need to use LODs. That is one flat line. Okay. LODs increases or decreases performance. See, I don't have a standard rule on if they increase your performance or decrease them, but as far as I've seen, they doesn't affect your performance. Like it is like every regular query, and they doesn't affect your performance much. I never seen an issue even during performance tuning, nothing of an issue because of LODs. And to be frank, sometimes they help because they always maintain data at that granularity. They need not recalculate. The data is present at that granularity in Tableau. Tableau maintains that. Like here, when we are talking about min of customer, right? Where is that? Min of customer or something, whatever we talked earlier. Yeah, here, Tableau always, for Aaron Bergman, it always maintains it at 80. It doesn't even need to have these values. So by that, there is a reduction in the number of values that it needs to store. Actually, how it stores the data, as per my understanding, is this. For one customer, 1 day. So to be frank, it should be it should help you increase the performance than decrease. My understanding goes, but there is nothing in documentation regarding that, nor I have personally seen a drop in performance because of LODs. I have data from 2016 to 21 having the customer email address and phone number. How to get the customers who ordered in any of the 3 years from 2016 to 2019, but not in 2020 and 21. How to use solve. This will be one good example for using, like someone earlier asked, if complex if calculations. See, I can't give you a full solution right now, but the idea being in the LODs, like fixed, whatever customer details you have, colon, then if you can use in operator, which is from 2020.3, or multiple or, stating if the if order date is year of order date is equal to 2016, or year of order date is equal to 2017, and so on. And on that, again, you can see if the count from 2016 to 2019 is 4, and the years are not equal to 20 and 21. No, not a direct solution. I too don't have a direct solution right now. I'll work on this. I'll give you a solution, but not right now. But this is the way I think to solve that. Okay. And how different it is while using relations in joins and blending using latest version, and also how to show the example of using multiple selection of parameter using multiple selection of parameters not there. That is not given by Tableau. So we cannot do that because that is one bigger limitation that Tableau gives. So that is in a way not possible. If you want multiple selections, you can use more than one parameter, and based on that you can do that, but it again complicates things. So if you want multiple selections, either use set actions, sets, and if it is related to action, then set actions, or else use filter. Because parameter, see, it is that limitation is the strength of parameter. It is not dependent on the data source. That is why they don't give you multiple selections. So that is one limitation. If I find anything other than that, I'll definitely share with you. So Vishal has
yeah, Rayapati, in the latest version, some feature is added. I heard that something. That's why I want to confirm.
I didn't see that. I'll look into that. If there is a feature, if parameters, multiple selection of parameters is given, then that is a game changer. Yes. So I'll look into that.
I did not confirm. That's why I'm.
Yeah. Even I too don't know. I'm not clear. I'll definitely look into that, and I'll bring that in the next scenario. So the things for me for the next scenarios, I'll give a clear idea about this scenario, and the parameter actions of like selecting filters along with the parameters. That thing, I think only those two that I have for now. Right? Okay. So that is about today's session, guys. And if you have any other doubts, we can have it in the next 10 minutes or so, and we can wind up the session. If you have any doubts, you can post them right now.
Hi, Rayapati. Hi. I am Nagarjuna. Actually, I posted one comment, my question actually. So, which comments are directly applied to the data source level and which functions are directly applied to the sheet level? Actually, I'm very getting confusion.
Which? I didn't get you. Which
functions are directly applied to the data source level? and some functions are applied to the sheet level. So for example, filters are independent. Data goes to the sheet level, I mean data source level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing is quick filter applies at the sheet level. Whenever you click on like this.
See again,
And
there is
yeah.
one concept called filter sharing. Even if you have a filter in one sheet, right,
Okay.
you can apply that filter across any sheet that is present in that workbook.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
And also, for example, calculation fields also, if I use sales, it did row level calculations, row level sales. If I use a sum of sales, then it will applies to the data source level, right?
No. Sales, if you drag, it will directly go to sum of sales. Tableau has this point of aggregating the data, right? When you drag a measure, it is by default aggregated. Unless you go here and yahan pe, in the analysis tab, if you go here and say aggregate measures, if you unselect this, then only sales will be shown as sales. Otherwise, sales will be shown as sum of sales only.
Okay. Whatever we selected in sheet level. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Anytime if it is directly, if you drag, it's obvious you are seeing that, right? Sum of sales.
Yes.
Okay. So any other doubts, guys? Someone asked some comments. Let me take it. 8 to 9 p.m. This timing of this is I got this based on a poll that I created on LinkedIn, and majority, somewhere around 60% of the people asked at 11 a.m. So that again that is a thing, right? We cannot, like, I'll upload the recording, so based on that you can see. Okay. And yeah, if you have enough people from that, we can even have 2 sessions, one session in the morning, and somewhere mid of the month we can have an evening session. But yeah, we need to have people asking doubts, right? If that is present, then in future we can look into it.
Hi, Rayapati.
Yeah, hi.
I have a doubt on floating concept where we use it in dashboards. How to use it? Could you please explain it?
Sorting? So floating?
Yeah, we have an option of floating in dashboard, right?
Yeah.
So how to use that? I'm not sure about this.
Floating, yeah, like, see, when you use tiled, that is like one single page. If you have one single page, right, on that single page you can only show one picture at a time. Even if you put below that something, it will not be visible, right?
Okay.
So that is tiled. Like in this place of my dashboard, if I'm showing one sheet here, I cannot show anything on this if I'm using tile. If I want, I can put next to it, up below it, or above it.
Okay.
But floating is like this like the sticker that you put on a paper or something. You can change it based on your requirement. So this is floating.
Okay.
You can change it.
You can drag it anywhere.
Yeah, you can drag it anywhere and you can put it. So when you are using floating, see, if you are using different sizes, like based on you have these sizes, right? If you are using different sizes, it is best if you use tiled version, majority tiled. You use floating only when it is required. But when you are using a fixed size, I'm using some size. You can always change that fixed size. I can change it to 2000 or something. And when I'm using a fixed size, it is you can use all these floating concepts as freely as you can. And once you drag a sheet, this sheet is floating. So filters on that are also floating. And if you don't want them to float, just go here and select this floating. It will again occupy a place. And if you want to change that, you can again drag.
Okay. So can we use tiled and floating in one dashboard? Both?
Yeah, these two are tiled. These are floating. This is floating. This is floating.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Clear. Yeah. Hi, Rayapati.
Hi.
So when data is migrated from Oracle to suppose any other server, so what are the steps we have to follow, and what are the things we have to take care?
Next time in the next, I'll give you something I know, but Peter Parker, Abhijit More, is he present? Abhijit More is not present, but yeah, he is the right guy, because even last time he addresses it more accurately. But one thing is, see, 99% whenever you are migrating from one data source to the other, first thing that you have to see is you should have your column names and everything, table name and column name should be seen whenever you are migrating, so that, especially column names, that is because whenever you are migrating, you always, what you do is you replace the data source.
Yes.
So once you replace the data source, if the column name is not same, it might pose some scenarios that this column is not existing, because it will try to replace the exact columns. If the exact column is not present, then it will raise an issue.
Yes,
But
yes.
even then it is not a problem, because there is an option called here on every field, you'll have this option called replace reference.
Yeah.
So whenever you are replacing the data source, when certain thing is not present, you can in the replace reference, you can select the field on the field that is having any problem. You can select the field and select replace reference, and you can change the reference to that field based on here. Even that is not an issue. So that is one thing that you need to take care of. And second thing, sometimes what happens is when you are changing from one data source to the other, certain calculations or certain blending concepts might not work. So like some blendings, like some only a limited number of data sources support blending. And now you are going to, or if you take cube can always and always stay as a primary data source only. You cannot make it as a secondary data source.
Yeah.
So whenever now you have a data source which is used as a secondary, now you are converting that into a cube data source, then again that might not function. So these are certain limitations for that data source. You have to consider them. What limitations do that data source have? Some data sources doesn't support count distinct function.
Yes.
Some data sources doesn't support LODs at all.
Yes.
So for many of them, creating an extract is one good solution, but like there are many other limitations that it poses. But the third thing, which even I am trying, like this is present in documentation also, the thing that when you are doing migration, the problem is with aliases. Now Tableau, when you change these, the majority of the time it doesn't save the aliases. Majority of the times aliases are lost. So if that is the case, you need to recreate those aliases. So that is what I know about migrating from one to other. But yeah, next time I'll request Abhijit More to be present in the session so that he can give you a more clear picture on that.
Okay, thank you. And for client interview, I have to contact Prasad only, right?
Prasad? No, I think it is
someone who respond. I didn't.
Yeah, Prasad only. You can contact me or Rajesh will guide you whatever you know. You can reach me out.
Yeah. Can you send your mail ID or number?
Rajesh will give you that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. No issues. You can join in the Telegram group.
Right. Yeah. Even you can ping me on Telegram also in group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay.
Hi, Rajeshwan. This is Sabris.
Hi.
How can multiple data sources? How many types of multiple access and data sources? How many types of data sources level?
Data sources can be n number, right?
N number.
See, here when you see here, not this one, sorry. All these, right? These are the data sources, and that doesn't even address half of the data sources that are present in real time.
Yeah, mostly more than 42 types of databases we can able to access.
Yeah.
At a one time.
Yeah, we can use at a time, but we need to use blended action. If you are using in same database or something, we need to use blended action.
Okay.
That is depends upon your requirement, man.
Now see, again, when you are using, you have three options. You have join. If it is from the same data source, you can go for cross join. If it is from two different data sources, but the thing is, both the data sources should support cross join. Otherwise, it is not possible.
Okay.
Else, you can use relationships. And if anything is not possible, then finally you can go for blending. where you will add data source from here. Okay.
You can add union, new union this button. Union
Pardon?
button.
You are not audible actually.
Can you hear me?
Can you speak a bit loud?
You can add union, new
Union. See, join and union are like join happens horizontally and union happens vertically.
Okay.
So that is the basic difference between them.
Okay.
Like if you want to use a union, the two table structures should be same. But you want to use a join, there should be one column which is having common data between them.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Clear it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So okay. Yeah, Nag, thank you. And you're welcome.
Rajesh sir, you can share me your number. Can we see?
My number, I'll share in this here. But guys, please don't call me, just SMS me, because it will make my life fun if I get so many calls. Okay, this is my number. You can reach me out on WhatsApp. Okay, I'll try. And again, I cannot respond to you immediately, but whenever I get time, I'll definitely try to get back to you. Okay.
Hi, Rayapati.
Hi.
There is a question. Can we restrict columns based on the parameter selection?
That is what the parameter does, right? Can we restrict?
Columns, not rows.
See, problem is whenever restricting the number of columns is not possible in Tableau. Not only Tableau, I don't think it's possible in any other. I don't know. I don't know about other BA tools, so I should not comment. The prime reason being, now whenever you use one column in here, it occupies, this column is individual and this column is individual.
Yeah.
You cannot make these two columns appear or disappear. I can make this column as null, but I cannot make this column disappear using any calculation or something. So for that, using parameter, if you want, you can do that by using sheet sorting.
Okay.
Sheet sorting, like once you select one parameter, one sheet will be shown, and the
Got
other
it.
it will be showing the other parameter, other sheet. Okay, so that way you can do.
Got it.
Okay, so that is one limitation, but that thing is addressed for now. It is addressed only with sheet sorting. Otherwise, it's not.
Okay. And one more thing, in the middle of the scenario, it was closed, right? Whom do I contact with this?
I didn't get you.
A few minutes back, I posted one scenario. We have cut the middle of the scenario.
What do you got? I didn't get that.
See, this one, order date, ships count, ship date counts, and orders count, order dates count.
Yeah.
In weekly wise, how many are closed, how many are raised?
Yeah, for that, Rajesh will
I didn't get the solution directly, right? I'll work on this. That is what I'm saying. If you can ping me later on this, we can I can try to address this. See, currently in this current scenario, I cannot answer. I should experiment on it, and it takes time. So that is why after the session is done, we can I can work on that whenever I'm free, and I can get back to you.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions, guys? Yeah, Rahul.
Yeah, hi. I had just one general question regarding level of details. Like consider a scenario in the older versions of Tableau, like versions earlier to Tableau 9. In that versions, LOD were still not present, right? So how would the people have achieved the conditions during those time?
No. That is the issue, right?
So
okay, you complete your question.
Yeah. So nowadays we all are using the latest versions of Tableau, like 2019, 20, and 21. There are many features available. One of them is level of details, like we can use fixed level of detail, include or exclude. So we can achieve the conditions by using these LOD expressions. So, but if someone is using the older versions of Tableau earlier before 2015, so if they had come across this situation, there was no option to use level of details. So how would they have been achieved these calculated fields?
Okay. So see, first thing is LODs are introduced in Tableau 10th version, I think. Tableau 10.
Tableau, yeah, from Tableau 9.
Tableau 9, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, if it is 9, it's great because Tableau 8 is a version which is not that much of successful. Actually, Tableau's version started being used vigorously from Tableau 9. And also currently, Tableau doesn't even support Tableau 9. It supports only from Tableau 10.
Okay.
That is what I saw, I think, because if you want to see Tableau versions,
so 2000, I mean, Tableau 9 version before 2016 itself, people stopped using.
Yeah, that's what. Because recently when I like tried to get that, I only got data till 10th version. So before that, LODs are not there. So currently, whoever is using, you need not worry about that because those versions are not present at all.
Yeah,
And
it's
even
not present.
if that is there, if some people, how did they address this scenario of LODs? Actually, what they, like my friends, one of my friends' organization, how they addressed is, they addressed the issue in database itself using this custom SQL.
Yeah, right.
By
Yes,
using
yes,
custom
this was
SQL,
my
they got,
doubt.
yeah. So they used
Yes.
custom SQL at that time, and then they used to get the data that is required. And sometimes what they did is like there are many restrictions. So what they did is for only LOD, like these things, define granularity, they maintained a separate data source.
Okay.
So that they can address that. Like, see, there were complications. It was not easy. So that is why they did a lot of research and have given us so much of these scenarios, right?
Yes.
So yeah.
So suppose during that time when the LODs were not present, so the Tableau team should need to interact with the database team so that the required column should be implemented in the database itself.
Database
using
should be
SQL.
done. Because Tableau method it's not possible.
Yes.
It's not at all possible in Tableau because the thing that I showed, like min of order did that this one somewhere around. Not this one. This one. There is no direct way to get minimum order date of customer, right? This can be done only if I need a new column with min of order date that is done in data source, then I can get this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I got cleared.
Okay. Any other doubts, guys? Okay, I am ending this session here, and thanks a lot for all of you for joining. And I really had a fun, and I think this should grow.
Yeah.
Next time
Thanks,
we'll
everybody. We were session in time.
Thank you so much,
Rayapati. 2 hours, guys. Almost it is movie ka length hai, 2 hours. Almost like watching a movie. Fine, great. So I'm stopping.
Rayapati, Narendra here. So.